Right, morning kids. Grandad's here again. And you dads. Well, maybe you've had a look at a couple of my little videos on YouTube now. They're a bit of a mess, I know. I might be a fair chippy, but I ain't very good with computers. Or tablets. Or pads. But anyway, we've had a little go. There's a few on there. So if you've had a look at them, I'm sorry about they're a bit higgledy-piggledy here, there and everywhere. I think I made the mistake of making the videos too long and then try to edit them, which I didn't have the technology to do. So we're now going to do them about a 10-minute clip, upload them. Hark at me, I didn't even know what uploading was. But anyway, I think by now you realise I ain't very good with computers, and if you've seen them and all, I ain't very good with barbecues neither. So let's have a go today. We can talk about screws and nails, fixings, raw plugs, etc, etc. As these are mainly for the kids, I think the kids really want a nice bit of practice with putting nails in. They love banging nails in. Nails come in all shapes and sizes. We've been through the hammers. Hear that? Hammer. I didn't drop my H. There's the big hammer. Probably a bit big for the kids, so we won't bother with that one today. Well, they do a small little claw hammer. This is called a claw hammer because they got the claw on the back. So maybe we'll try this one today for the kids. Get your bit of glass paper. Make sure the head's clean, like we did the other day. Nice and clean, no glue, no paint, no rubbish on it. You've got to help them here, Dad. They've got to hold this end of the hammer. They don't hold that end. You can't bang a nail in holding that end of the hammer. Got no control over it. And you've got no strength, there's no weight in it. Get them to hold as far down the hammer as they can. That's how you bang a nail in. With all the hammer. Not just the head. So get them into the habit of using all the hammer. If you can get a smaller hammer for the smaller kids, fine. But just be with them. Give them a bit of guidance. You don't want them crashing their fingers. If you need to help them a little bit to get the nail started, give them a go. But nails come in all shapes and sizes. We talked about these the other day. These are panel pins. That's about 1.5 inches long, which is about 40mm. That one's 3/4 of an inch long. That's about 18mm. That's a bit thicker than that one. For practice, let them have the big ones. Give them the hammer. Put an old block of wood in the vise, anything will do. Nice and tight so it don't move. Give it a good... Here, Dad, look. Hold the nail, finger and thumb, gently. Start it off just with a little tap. Get your fingers out of the way, and then the kids can do what they like. Then you're going to go banging and crashing and banging. They probably won't hit the nail for the first 50 times, or they'll bend it. Don't matter. Get it all the way home. If it bends, just hit it home. We're only practicing. Get another one. Oh, there's a good one. I've been doing it for 50 years, but they haven't. So help them out. They love banging nails in. If they want to. If they want to. Bear with me. Get 2 bits of wood. Any old offcuts will do. On the bench. Put one on the other. Bang a nail through. That's what they like to do. They like to do things like that. 3 bits of wood, they make an aeroplane. Put a point on it if you want. That's all kids love doing. And the more they do that, the more practice they're getting. If they practice nailing and screwing and sawing, that's all they love doing. we'll make some better things. I told you that the other day. But for the time being, we're going to go through a few nails and screws. I've told you the pins. Pins have only got a little head. That's for doing the finer work. You know, if you want to do an architrave in the house, or kids are doing a little toy, they don't want to see a big head of a nail. And you've got little nails like this with a little head on, see? These are about 18mm long, 3/4 of an inch long. These are called annular rings. They've got rings round them. Do you know why they've got rings round them? So when you bang them in, you can't pull them out. That's for fencing and things like that. All sorts of sizes. Up to about 3-4 inches long, if you like. Then you've got what they call wire nails. Wire nails have got a big head on them. They can practice on them. You wouldn't use them in the workshop. These are for working on site or fencing or something like that. Door frames, big frames, building walls, partitions in the house where they put the stud partitions, the timbers. They can still have a play. Don't matter what they do, look. That was more by luck than judgment, isn't it? Didn't miss it once. Anyway, let them have a practice. Never, ever, ever leave a nail like that sticking out. If they've been playing about in a workshop, don't let them leave nails like that. If they've left a nail like that and you can't get it out, get the hammer, bend it over, make it safe. You don't want that on the floor, put your foot on it, comes through your foot. So think safety with nails. If they go through the other side of the wood, bang it flat or pull it out. So when the kids have been out there for half hour having a muck about, just go out after them and check what they've been doing. Right, then we've got these sort of nails. These nails, they're coated, they're silver. Probably a chromium or something like that, or nickel plated. But these are special. These are called masonry nails. They go into brick or blocks, concrete blocks or thermalite type blocks. Also all sorts of lengths. And if you want to put a bit of batten on the wall in the garage or something, drill the wood first, like I said. Don't split in. So that's about 3mm. Get yourself a 3mm drill. Drill it about half a dozen times. Bop, 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 bop. If you can't get it in, don't go crash, crash, crash. Go gently. Tap, 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 tap. Generally it'll go in. You might find there's a bit of stone in a brick or something and it won't go in. If it don't go in, don't bother. Pull it out. Move it up or down. Go in the joint of the brickwork if you like. Nice hard bit of mortar, sand and cement. They'll hold. But that's just another nail. Kids won't play with them in the workshop. They're a bit dear. They're good fun. Staples. See that? Staples. They can play with them in a workshop. They're not dear. Give them something for Christmas. Get them a selection of nails and screws. There, look. Bang it in the end of a bit of wood. Put a bit of string through it or a bit of wire. There you are. Kids like doing things like this. It's just a staple and a bit of wood. I'll show you how to make something with a bit of wood another time. A little trick. They can show their mates. They'll be amazed. Easy peasy. I'll show you how to do that. That's just a bit of garden wire. Right, screws. Screws go in all shapes and sizes. Right up the big ones like that. 6 inches long. 150mm long. 3 inch, 75. That's silver, that's plated, won't go rusty. There's a black one there, 100mm. It's called a plasterboard screw, but we use them on site for everything. Big thick screws, look, big Phillips head. Little diddy ones, about 18mm long. Same sort of principle. But when you buy screws, you'll see that on the end of the box. That says 20 by 3 point. Says 20 by 3.5.